In this video, we are taking a look at facts and opinions, which we all know about, but we need to touch base again as we move forward. So your goal after watching this video is to define the word fact, the word opinion, the word objective, and the word subjective. So facts and opinions make up the content of nonfiction. When we're writing about true things, we're going to be using facts or opinions. Although this is nothing brand new to anybody, a fact is a known reality. It's something that can't be disputed. These are things that can be measured or numbered or counted, something that can be observable. So someone's height, someone's weight, the number of people present, the number of square miles in a location. But sometimes we get false facts, which is misinformation. If someone says they have one teacher for a class, but they mix up teachers, so they gave the name of the history teacher instead of the name of their English teacher. They didn't mean to do it, but it's definitely not a fact, though. They misspoke. It's misinformation. Of course, false facts can also just be straight out lies. Um, and so these are things when we state something as truth that cannot be proved. So it is disputable. But then we get opinions. Opinions are personal views and judgments. These are when we use the words best, bad, delicious, wonderful, even sometimes using the word tall, because tall is relative. What is tall to one person might be normal height to somebody else. So we have to be careful that when we start making judgment calls, those are opinions. Saying that one team is the best football team is an opinion. Even if everybody agrees, it's still an opinion. So we can instead talk about the number of tickets that team sells, or the number of seasons where they have come out on top, or the number of points they get per game. Whatever it is, we can start looking at facts, things that can be counted, and then we draw a conclusion that might be an opinion word, but it is supported by fact. So we have to be careful that when we take facts and we make an inference, or we make a judgment call, that judgment call is sometimes an opinion word. But we have to back it up with facts. So we have facts, things that we know and cannot be disputed and that can be counted and verified. False facts, when we misspeak or intentionally lie, and opinions, when we use our own personal feelings or judgments on an event. But then we get these two words, objective versus subjective. When something is objective, it includes mostly facts. Think of the O of objective as no opinion, kind of like third person objective point of view. There's no opinions, no thoughts. So in objective writing, we really want to lay heavily on facts. News reporting, we often say, should be objective. Judges should be objective. Referees should be objective, where they're just looking at facts to come to a conclusion. However, subjective writing focuses on personal opinions and thoughts along with the facts. Very rarely do I think would we write or read something that is pure opinion. There's usually based somewhere on fact. And this, of course, can give us a challenge with our audience, because if our audience believes one thing and we start talking about an opinion that's opposite, the audience might not listen to us. So when we talk about persuasive writing, we have to be really careful if we're just talking to people who already agree with us, or if we're trying to convince someone. If we're trying to convince someone, we might want to rely a bit more on objective facts and lead them to our view. The only other piece I want to mention is, although we have facts, opinions, and false facts, I do think sometimes we can talk about faith as a separate category. Right? People believe taking things on faith means that there's not facts; it's just a belief. And sometimes people try to argue faith with facts, and it doesn't always work out. We want you to be aware of these things, because as we include facts and opinions in our writing, we want to see if we are being more objective or more subjective in our writing. One is not better than the other, but we have to be aware of when we're doing that. So after watching this video, you should be able to define and talk about the words fact, opinion, objective, and subjective.